Hi there, coaches. It's Sanai here. How you doing? So today I just want to talk about feeling out of integrity and constantly feeling this need to have all your shit together, to feel perfect in order to be able to show up and promote yourself and to talk to potential clients about your ability to help them in a particular area in their lives when perhaps you haven't got it all together yet, right? And this is quite a common problem that a lot of my clients who come to me and say who am I to say that I can help my client when I'm still experiencing problems in this particular area? I haven't got it all going on, so it feels really out of integrity. Um, and first thing I want to say is I absolutely get that. When I first launched in my business, well, I kind of had this horrendous flip-flopping journey. Around finding my niche. That was just, really, really painful for me. I just went from fitness coaching to divorce coaching to confidence coaching to thinking I'll be an executive women coach, and all these kind of pockets of niches that I thought that's where I'm going to operate in, because they were part of my journey, my life. None of them felt right, and it's so awful when you're not in alignment, when you're not kind of syncing and as in synchronizing with your niche, your zone of genius. So when I hit on the niche that I felt amazing about, it was that I was a sales coach, because I had at that point 16, 17 years in sales. I was coaching in sales, training in sales, and managing in sales. So I knew that this is stuff I really feel good at. I know what I'm talking about. I can train this stuff out. So I showed up as a sales coach. And I actually spoke to my coach at the time because something wasn't feeling good. And what wasn't feeling good was the fact that how can because I wanted to work with coaches and I'd created my ideal client avatar. And what it was about my ideal client avatar was that I just love coaches. And the reason I love coaches so much is because I'd been to the coaching academy and studied my qualification. So I met so many new friends who were coaches. And what I loved about these people that I had met was that they had experienced some adversity, they'd hit a wall, they'd had a breakdown in any area of their life, whatever it was. But whatever it was, they had experienced some adversity, they'd endured something horrendous, and they overcame it. And as a result of that journey, they wanted to coach others, they wanted to help others, they wanted to have this positive impact in the world. And I loved that about coaches because my story was very similar. I started my business from a place of wanting to help others because I knew how it felt to struggle and all of this kind of thing. So I just love people who were harnessing their struggles and turning into their greatest strength. So that really lights me up. So I created my ideal client avatar, and it was coaches. But I was saying to my coach at the time, how can I talk to coaches and openly show up and promote the fact that I am going to help you sell your coaching? How can I do that? Because I haven't sold my coaching yet. At some point, I'm going to get my first paying client, but I can't say that I've been selling my coaching because I haven't up to press, up to the moment of that conversation. And my coach said to me, you can't think like that. You'll always be stuck. You need to reframe that. You do know how to coach in sales, so that's your zone of genius. But what actually was the truth of that situation was, it was how I help people to sell. So I helped when I started, and actually I did a boatload of free coaching. I realized that the first thing I do, and the really powerful way to help somebody get on the right tracks to attracting their ideal client, is by helping them define their niche, by helping them connect to their passion, by helping them to really find their zone of genius. So that suddenly felt like I absolutely can help people do that. And that's step one of going out there and selling your coaching and promoting yourself. And that was my exact journey, that I had struggled to find my niche. I'd flip-flopped from niche to niche. I knew how it felt to not be clear and how awful it feels and all of that. And then I had that epiphany moment. I just knew how to find my passion. I did it for myself. So my first step was to help my people, these free coaching sessions, help them find their passion. And then because I was showing up then, showing up, starting to gain traction, that's what these people weren't at. They were further back than me. So that was the first step that I could help them with. And then as I'm moving forward and showing up, I'm learning the tenacity, I'm learning persistence, I'm learning about consistency, I'm learning how to kind of get stronger, showing up without likes and comments and not letting that bother me. So that was the kind of my stage of the journey. So as I then moved through that, I could help other people do that. Then as I started to sell, coaches started to come into my business and pay for my services, then I felt that, okay, so I'm just helping them at the next stage of the journey. So we're always on a journey, and it could be, right, okay, I've made my first sale. I know how to double my prices. And then it was, okay, so I've now had a 5-figure month. Okay, now so I can help people do that and talk about that. Okay, so now I've had my first 5-figure week. Oh my God, that's a real big milestone. I can help people do that. So it's that constant, you're on a constant journey. And whatever stage you're at, your people only need to be 1 or 2 steps behind you for you to be in integrity and talk about how you are where you're at and how you can help people who are 1 or 2 steps behind you get to that first milestone, which is where you are at. And the perfect example of this is, a health coach that I know has lost so many stones, about 5 stone in weight, and looks amazing and can absolutely help others do the same. She's been on numerous diets throughout her entire life. She feels like she's tried everything. And then that kind of epiphany moment hit when she was in her 30s, and that moment of enough is enough. I am so damn miserable, and I'm unhealthy, and I'm going to live a very short life if I carry on like this. And she had that wake up moment, and that's the start of her journey. Everything started to shift for her. She did the mindset, which she realized that it's all in here. And that was where she started to do her most powerful work, and she lost 5 stone. So yes, she can absolutely help people who need to lose weight without a shadow of a doubt. However, she is struggling because she feels out of integrity. She's struggling to show up and promote how amazing this life is, having lost 5 stone. How she's struggling with that. Why? Because she doesn't feel completely happy. She still has occasional binges. She still falls off the wagon every now and again. She's still doing all that. And she's not completely happy. And she feels bad telling people that if you lose all this weight, you will be happy. She's on the next stage of her journey. That's all. She can still help people lose weight, but the stage of her journey that she's on is now she's mastering maintenance of this weight loss, and she's also learning how to identify now as being slim. And this is a huge mindset shift, because she's identified her whole life with being overweight. And, there's a lot of psychology behind the acceptance being part of your family, if you've got a big family, they know they accept you. All of this kind of backdrop of thoughts and beliefs and saboteurs, all of that she's got to handle. And she wasn't expecting that. Who would? You just think, when I'm slim, I'll be happy. It's like for my clients, when I'm rich, I'll be happy. When I'm earning money, when I've got clients, I'll be happy. The journey doesn't end there. There's new ways of being, new ways of thinking that you have to learn and grow into. There's maintenance. There's making it all consistent. That is the next stage in the journey. So whatever kind of coach you are, know that you are at a place right now where your ideal client is gagging to get to, is desperate to get to. You're there, you've achieved it. You can help those people. They only need to be 1 or 2 steps behind for you to still powerfully help them get to their point B, from where they are to where they want to be, whilst you simultaneously navigate the next step for you. This is a journey. We're all on it. It's the journey of life, growth, progress. It never ends. You know, it's a fallacy to think, oh, once I'm done, I'm done. No, it's life, it's the universe, it's ever expanding, we're ever growing and learning. So that's my message to you today, guys. As always, if you've got any questions, any comments, put them below and I'd love to come back to you. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.